It's time for Tiger Talk with head coach Jeff Tannehill and Stewart Shelby live on the Neville Tiger Network. Tiger Talk's presented by Parker Alexander Law, Family Solutions, Go Family Health, Sonic on North 18th, Tenori's on Louisville, Martinez Chiropractic, James Machine Works, Mama DeLuca's Pizza, Origin Bank, David's Mobile Detail, Nook's Eatery, 3B Equipment Rental, Neela Title Company, The Levy Grill, Liz McQueen, John Ray Realty, and Jeffrey Anzalone. Now, let's head to Melvin's Restaurant as we catch up with head coach Jeff Tannehill and Stewart Shelby.
All right, everybody, welcome in to another edition of Tiger Talk. We are live here from Melvin's Restaurant, as we are every Wednesday night at 6:30, and we're glad to see everybody that's joining us this week. And if you didn't make it this week, we're going to have it again next week.
Yeah,
every Wednesday night during football season, we got things going. And I'm Stewart Shelby, joined as always by Neville head football coach Jeff Tannehill. And, Coach, congratulations on another district win over at Minden last week.
Thank you. It was a good win the other night. Our kids played hard and, overcame some obstacles. And I thought they did a tremendous job defensively, and our offensive line dominated the whole entire game. And, we came out with a big win over at Minden, which is, usually a place that's tough to win at. And they've got a setting down in the
pit.
Down in the pit.
Yeah.
And, I really think it's a tough place to play, and we've struggled to get wins out of there in the past. And, I was happy with the win the other night.
Natural grass surface, and we were watching the weather the whole way through, and it looked like we just missed the rain, but the winds kicked up right there about kickoff. And
cool weather set in. Everybody's got a little sinus trouble now.
That's right.
But we missed the rain. The coach told us, it rained hard at 3 o'clock that day. So,
really?
Yeah, we got over there about 5:15, and it was bone dry. But that tells you they hadn't got much rain over there.
Natural surface at Minden, one of the only ones we'll play on in the regular season, since that's the only road game that we've had thus far this season. And you get over to Mendon, and it starts out kind of fast, actually, and then it would come back. Then it slowed down real fast. It would come back, and then it felt fast again, and then it came back. Talk about how to kind of overcome some of those early miscues to really get things going.
Well, the first thing, it was our first road trip of the year, and we played 6 home games, and that's the first thing you have to get over. Getting on the bus, driving an hour and 15 minutes to get over there, that's the first thing. But I thought we got off the bus, got stretched, everything was handled good. You need to do that before the playoff starts, obviously, but. I thought we got out and played really well early. We just had a few penalties, some undisciplined things that we did, but, we corrected those this week, hopefully in practice. And, we got on track there right at the, first play of the second quarter, 0-0. I think we scored 3 times, got 3 of them called back. But, I felt like we were really coming off the football offensively. And, of course, our defense has played tremendous all year long for us.
Big shutout, beating the Crimson Tide 30-0. Over there at Minden, and it was really not that close. Like you mentioned, there's about 3 touchdowns called back. There's a couple of fumbles that may or may not have been fumbles, which is easy to do in the high school game. There's no replay. There's nothing like that. A couple of close deals. It didn't go your way, but your Tigers kind of held fast and kept going, kept pushing forward, and came out with another district win over the Crimson Tide. They haven't beaten Neville since 2004. That was in the playoffs over there. A crazy game. I remember that one.
No headsets. It was a crazy game.
A crazy game back in 2004. Neville leads the series against Minden 28-3 overall. So let's get into some highlights. Why don't we?
Sure. Yeah, let's look at them.
So let's check out a few. Let's start out with one of our previous Origin Bank Players of the Week, Matthew Fobbs-White, had a big game, and he recovers his fumble.
He has really played well this season. He's Johnny on the spot right there. Ball pops out, a little miscommunication in the backfield, and he falls right on it. But he had great technique. If you saw there, he had the guy completely pinned off of him, playing that inside gap. He did a great job all night long.
Another Tiger, number 8, Treyjohn Hannan, has really come into his own there as one of your reserve linebackers that's seeing a lot more playing.
He's finally got a lot healthier. and he's seeing things in the backfield a lot better. Coach Collins has really brought him along this year, and he's turned into a really good player for us.
And here's Nick Gibson. Speaking of the defense, I mean, another big hit.
Yeah. Well, Griffin was out the other night, so it gave gave Nick the green light all night. He played just about every snap, and he's been our player of the week one time already, and he did another fine job the other night in reserve. Of course, he's going to play 2 or 3 spots for us this year, and so that's just another spot he gets to play and learn.
Well, he's done a great job, especially when he's in there. Let's get to a little bit of offense, and Brett Batteford had a big night here. Here's a big 38-yard run.
Brett, this is probably one of his best games all year. His ankle, his ankle's been injured all year, last couple of weeks. But he didn't look like he was hobbling the other night. I thought he ran the ball well and threw the ball well and made some really good reads on the night. He's really in those 2 weeks off, sitting back and relaxing a little bit, watching Anzalone play, had really helped him get rested and see the field a little better.
Yeah, we're going to talk to Brett here later on in the show when we get him and Kendall January here to talk with us here on Tiger Talk.
Got a bunch of Tigers here tonight.
A lot of Tigers. We're going to tell you about that here right after all of these highlights from this Minden victory. Right there, he followed up that 38-yard run with a 6-yard run here by Brett. Another nice, tough run.
Yeah, well, AJ got us down to about the 5-yard line there, and then we punched it in with a Q run. It looked like their whole defense followed AJ out the back door over there, and we walked into the end zone. So, it was another good read by Brett down inside the red zone, and we took advantage and stuck it in the end zone. I think that was the first play of the second quarter.
Second quarter, I believe so. Going into that, here's Fobbs White again. Big quarterback sack. It was a new quarterback for the Crimson Tide.
Well, that's a great blitz call there. It came off the edge. We brought the outside backer wide, and Fobbs came inside and just beat the guy right off the snap. And, again, he gets off the football so fast. I mean, we're talking about a guy that didn't even play for us last year. I mean, he didn't in reserve, but and he has improved that much this year.
Really has.
Really
has. And here's a big run here. Batteford getting loose for a 64-yard touchdown run. This was just a heck of a run. It's a big blocks down the field.
I think this is the pass play right here.
Play?
Yeah. Well, it's a RPO there, and Jayden Gibson runs a perfect route, and Brett sticks it in there really well. That's some of his better throws have been on the RPOs this year, and he throws that route really good off the zone read.
Yeah, I can't read here. Will's done a great job of labeling all of these things.
Yeah, I know.
For me in order, and then I'm screwing it up.
I don't even have my glasses on, so I can't even see it.
After that reception, then here's
but I just saw the formation. I remembered the play.
If we're going by this thing, here's Fobbs White again with a big hit on the Minden QB.
Yeah. Well, him and Kendall really handled it. That's another. Woo!
That was the running back right there.
And then Nick Gibson makes a heck of a play right there.
That's right. So I mean, that was the one that everybody
heard.
Oohed
on that one.
We heard that one up on top of the press box where we were right here. And so we mentioned it earlier. And here's that 64-yard touchdown by Brett right here.
He pops it outside and then just cuts it all the way across the field. And a great job of Aaron Jackson throwing the block right there that spurred it on, and he outran him to the end zone. I mean, that really helps us offensively is when he's running the football well, and that leaves us 2 backs in the backfield that can really take the ball to the house, and it just keeps the defense honest.
Yeah, it definitely does, and it's good to see him back going full speed right there. And one of the other Tigers that will join us here in the 4th segment is Kendall January, and here's his highlight, a big sack on the Minden QB here.
Yeah, Kendall graded out high, so he rips right across, chases him. Now, he's got great speed off the ball and gets a really good rush on the quarterback, and he runs him down from behind right there.
Yeah, from
tremendous
the backside. Here's the safety. We kind of threw that. That's how you get to 30, that 30 total sometimes. 4 touchdowns, 4 extra points, and here's the safety on the punt.
Here's the 30. Oh, missed the ball. There's Kendall hustling after it, and then makes the – he just downed it, I guess.
His knee was down, but it was going to be a safety.
But Kendall gets credit for that tackle.
That's right. He was the first man to him. And then I believe AJ's final rush of the night we'll have here is a nice little 36-yard run for AJ.
I think he had about 140
145,
and 2 touchdowns
50,
called back.
That's right.
He pops it up in there. Great job of following Tristan Osborne, and then when he gets in the open field, it's just really hard for him to get caught, and they got clips right there on his foot.
Nice tackle.
And that was his. I pulled him out of the game after that. We were up 30-0. So
that was it. Here's at the end. It was a good play, and we caught this on the replay where Dubose kind of popped it to Elam off of his cast.
It's amazing how Elam is always in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, nose for the football.
Great play by Dubose by knocking the ball away, and he tipped it right to Mario Elam. Again, he's just added to his interceptions.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely gotten after it. Nick Gibson is going to wrap up our highlights here with the third fumble from Minden. He's going to pick this one up.
Well, we'll take a fumble anytime, and that's just right there where he's supposed to be. He's fighting off a block, and the ball rolls right to him and falls on it. I thought our defense just played really sound football the other night. I mean, we had so many people in the right place at the right time, and of course they've been doing it all year, but we had some guys, grade out extremely high the other night just because they were doing the right thing. They don't get a real good grade if they make a great play but do the completely wrong thing. They get a little credit for it, but to get graded out as high as Kendall did the other night,
be in the right place
he's playing great technique, playing with effort, and doing exactly what he's supposed to do. If he's supposed to come inside on a blitz, and he doesn't, when he gets taken off, but he does the right thing most all the time. So having a great year this year as a senior.
Definitely has. Neville improves to 6-1 and 2-0 in District 1/24A. I mean, whatever they call it. Yeah. Minden drops to 2-5 and 0-1 in District after that. So, Coach, moving forward, we got a bye week this week. We'll discuss kind of what you guys have been doing in your week off, so to say. It's not really a week off.
We don't take a week off.
You dealt with the fall break last week, came out with a shutout win over Minden, but a couple things wrap up this week, talking about no weeks off. Freshman and JV schedule wrapped up as you hosted the Ouachita Lions. We're going to talk to some of the guys from
head coach Drew Routon.
Yeah, we're going to talk to Drew Routon, a freshman head coach, as well as a few of his freshman Tigers here when we come back. So we're going to kick you out of your seat.
Great group of freshmen right there.
There's a lot of good freshmen.
About 58 of them, I think.
Yeah, if you watched
big class and doing a great job.
We were able to do on the network, and we broadcast that last one. And if you missed it, you can catch it on our YouTube channel.
So they played really well the other night.
They did. It was a couple of a good contests, not only for the freshmen and the
JV played outstanding too.
They did. It was some good football game for both teams. If you want to go back and check that out, like I said, on our Neville Tiger Network YouTube page. So, Coach, congratulations on the win, but we're up against a break. We'll come back. We'll have Neville freshman coach Drew Routon and a few of his players right after these messages. You're watching Tiger Talk live from Melvin's right here on the Neville Tiger Network.
Being a strong team means accomplishing great things by working together. Being a Neville Tiger means striving for excellence in all things. Origin Bank and Neville High School share a long history of making a difference in our community. Together with the Food Bank of Northeast Louisiana, we're able to provide meals to children, families, and seniors facing hunger in Northeast Louisiana. Origin Bank and Neville Tiger football, always a winning combination. Origin Bank, member FDIC.
You told me one click.
You told me one call.
You told me you'll get it done.
I called.
But never got you.
Instead, I was handed off to someone else.
In fact, I never even met you.
Are you even for real?
Don't be misled. If you've been injured, you deserve to meet with the actual attorney you saw on TV.
At Parker Alexander, you'll meet with me.
Or me.
We'll fight to get the money you deserve.
Remember, there's never a fee unless we get money for you. And that's for real.
Come by Melvin's Restaurant before and after the game for the best burgers and ribeyes in town. Melvin's Restaurant are proud supporters of the Neville Tigers and are home to Tiger Talk with Jeff Tannehill every Wednesday night. Come by Melvin's Restaurant, located on 1128 Oliver Road in Monroe, or call them at 318-325-2055. That's Melvin's Restaurant in Monroe.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Tiger Talk. And you see we've got a few big guys behind us right here. And we welcome in Neville freshman head coach Drew Routon. Coach Routon, welcome to Tiger Talk.
Thank you for having me.
Man, it's good. Yeah, so let's talk a little bit here about your freshman season. Just give me kind of the overview. Y'all wrapped it up on Monday with a big win over the Lions.
Well, started off, Jamboree, come out with a fast start against West Monroe. Pretty much put it on them. We were fired up. Everybody was fired up. We went right into the first game against Ouachita. Got in with a win there, 1-0. Met West Monroe again, had them good and ticked off. They took it to us pretty good. So, I was telling somebody earlier, our season ended up 4-4.
Mm-hmm.
We play each other several times.
Yeah.
We play West Monroe, Ruston, Ouachita several times. So
yeah, both twice.
Yeah, and West Monroe 3 times with Jamboree. And so you see the familiar faces. Added in Franklin Parish, beat them 30-0. Moved on. Got beat by West Monroe again. Pineville, 136-6, I think, something like that. Lost to Ruston, had a pretty good game there, and then finished it last night with our Monday night 18-6, and couldn't be more prouder of this group.
A big win right there. I really enjoyed watching it. You could see that. We told everybody you can catch that if you want to watch it on our YouTube channel. Any of you guys watched it yet? Do y'all even know about that?
They should.
They should. All right.
Should.
So let's introduce some of your guys back here. I'll let you go ahead and do that. We'll start there on the right.
So on this side, number 78, Braden Blade. He's a big anchor in the offensive line for us. 33, Tarver Braddock, playing linebacker for us. Behind me, tight end, defensive end, linebacker, Brody Watley. Mm-hmm. 31, Mr. Broke Arm himself, Bubba Scalia. Plays, I guess you'd call him a strong safety for us.
Yeah.
Defensive line anchor over there, number 62, Anzalone Perkins. And the guy that you probably hear a lot about, does a lot of running, a lot of mileage on him, number 28, Jalen Nichols. It's our running back.
Yeah, round of applause for these guys. So who's going to be y'all's spokesman? Who wants to talk first? Who's got that microphone back there? Huh? You got the mic? All right. Well, let's talk to Jalen. Man, some big runs last. I know on Monday, but you've broken off a few. You got anybody you want to thank for that?
You got to thank the coaches, the O-line.
There you go. See,
tight end.
That's where we got to start. So really a big night. How? Wrapping up that freshman season, how do you think overall you guys kind of came together? Y'all been playing together a lot?
Yes, sir. We came more closer to each other during that freshman season, first year in high school. So, you got to get everything right.
Get everything right. All right. Well, let's see I'm looking to my left. Let's look at Anzalone Perkins right there. So tell me, you're offensive lineman or defensive lineman?
Defensive lineman.
A defensive lineman? Yes, so tell me how your freshman campaign went.
It's been great. The defense just started locking in towards the end of the season. We had some learning to do, I guess.
Well, y'all definitely made some big plays against the Lions the other night. Let's hand that off to Watley. I believe that's Watley. This is Bubba Scalia right here behind me. So how'd you break that? What happened?
We were playing against West Monroe, and I fell on it. And it just fell on it wrong.
A couple big tackles the other night. Called your name a little bit.
Yes, sir. I wouldn't be able to do it without my coaches, and without them, I wouldn't be able to tackle. They kind of just taught me how to
get everything going the right way.
Yes, sir.
Good deal. Good deal. Congratulations on a great season. All right, let's talk to Watley right there. So, you kept moving around the field a lot. You're a few different positions. Talk about just how I guess maybe a challenge of playing 3 or 4 different positions.
Yes, sir. In practice, I played defensive end, offense, tight end, played some receiver. It's a lot of plays I got to learn, a lot of formations. All thanks to the coaches.
Yeah, well, definitely going to be interesting to see all y'all's progress throughout the next few years. You get to Neville with the freshman class, and it's the first time you get to see you guys as coaches. Also, it's the first time you get to introduce to Coach Herndon there. And that's normally the first wake-up call you get in the summer.
Yes,
Carver, tell me about Coach Herndon and those summers, man.
He's one of the best in the state.
Yeah.
One of the best strength coaches that, all of us has gone through. One of the first. And I think he's the best in the state.
Well, he definitely is. And talk about coming together. Now, you've played with a lot of these guys for a couple of years.
Sir. Been going through since, third grade.
Oh, really?
Since tackle football. Yes, sir. Most of them.
Most of them?
Yes, sir.
Well, that's been that's part of the deal.
Yes, sir.
You start early and keep on coming
Hopefully
all the way
we
through.
Go for 4 more years.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes,
keep
sir.
everybody together. And speaking of that, let's look at Braden. Offensive line, right?
Yes, sir.
Yep. So, big tackle. If I'm right, left
guard.
Left guard.
Yes, sir.
I'm bad. Left guard. Sorry about that. But so, how easy is it when you got guys like Jalen and who's the other running back? Your guys in the back.
Robert Graves.
Yeah, Robert Graves and
Caleb Vaughn,
all those guys. Does that make your job easier or harder up there?
I say it probably wouldn't I would say change them, but it just start off with me up front.
Got open the
backs, get to the end zone and get yardage.
Yeah, that's right. You got to open the holes for everybody.
Yes, sir.
Well, look, guys, I really congratulations on all your success this season, and we're looking forward to seeing you guys develop as players within this football program. You stay together, and a lot of good things can, and I assure you, will happen. Coach Routon, back to you, man. I mean, you've got a good group here. Definitely done a good job kind of solidifying these guys, kind of getting them into the program. That's your guys' job is to kind of get them into the program and open their eyes a little bit.
It's a good bit of work trying to figure these kids out. They're getting to high school. They don't, they're adjusting to high school in the classroom, adjusting to, whether it be girls, whether it be social life, whatever it may be. And just getting these dudes here every day, and this group has been great to work with. We've had some groups that's make you pull your hair out what little bit you got left, and but this group's been really good. I haven't got one single phone call from Coach Rankins on any of these boys, which is a big deal.
That is a huge deal.
Usually it's 1, 2, or 3 a day, and these boys, I mean, they made it easy to be their coach. We just try to put them in the right spots and try to seamlessly transition into the, to be sophomores, and come spring they're gonna get to find out where they're at. So
yeah, definitely. Y'all's off season started a little early, didn't it, guys? We did talk about Coach Herndon earlier here, but look, congratulations go out to you, your staff. Really great job this year, and y'all are doing a great job. Glad to have you guys at Neville High School.
Absolutely.
All right, everybody, a little round of applause for the freshman coach and players here. When we return, we're going to talk to some of our JV guys who stood out last Monday night against the Lions as well, and they've been putting in some work as well for the Neville football program. So stay tuned. We'll return with that right after this break here on Tiger Talk, live from Melvin's on the Neville Tiger Network.
Whether you're dining in or grabbing to go, at Nukes, we love to share great food, to delight with new flavors, to celebrate every bite. Join us at Nukes Eatery.
I'm Dr. Scott Shelby with Family Solutions. When you hear the words Family Solutions, you may not know that we're a comprehensive, strength-based counseling and psychiatric clinic. Family Solutions provides psychiatric care, individual and couples therapy, child and adolescent counseling, psychological testing, medication management. We also provide occupational therapy, physical therapy, speech therapy, and ABA therapy in one convenient location. For more information on how we can help your family today, visit FamilySolutionsCounseling.org.
Do you suffer from frequent back or neck pain? Were you in an accident and can't get rid of those constant aches? Maybe you're someone who deals with chronic migraines and tension headaches. It might be time to see how Martinez Chiropractic can help you. The goal of Martinez Chiropractic is to reduce or eliminate pain in just a few sessions using the latest in chiropractic technology. Don't suffer in pain another day. Call Martinez Chiropractic today at 318-654-4444 4310, or see them in person, 1828 Tower Drive in Monroe.
Come by Melvin's Restaurant before and after the game for the best burgers and ribeyes in town. Melvin's Restaurant are proud supporters of the Neville Tigers and are home to Tiger Talk with Jeff Tannehill every Wednesday night. Come by Melvin's Restaurant, located on 1128 Oliver Road in Monroe, or call them at 318-325-2055. That's Melvin's Restaurant in Monroe.
All right, everybody, welcome back to Tiger Talk here, and we switch out the freshman guys for some of your varsity and JV players that we have joining us today. And to my right is quarterback Brooks Anzalone, which you've seen playing on Friday nights as well, and getting everything rolling with in JV, man. So welcome to Tiger Talk, dude.
Thank you.
All right, behind me from my right, we've got, that's Isaac Jengina, number 84. 41 is next. That's Jalen Smith. Bradley Hanlon right here. Where's Jake? Jake, there you are, right there. Jake Deal. And then number 82, Mason Shelby. So, guys, welcome in. All right, y'all can all say hi.
Hello.
Hello. There you go. All right. So, all right, let's talk about this group, Brooks. I mean, these are guys that you've been kind of battling with for the last couple of years, kind of honing your skills at quarterback. And let's talk about kind of what these guys do. You're a junior, Mason junior, Isaac, you're a sophomore, yes, sir. Right there. Let's see, Jalen, you're sophomore, right there. So what you know, given y'all's role here as on this football team, like y'all like being able to play on these JV games, getting some reps, right? Mm-hmm. As we kind of go through this, last year, none of y'all, we didn't have any JV games. I know that the juniors had to deal with that, the lack of reps and things like that. This year, a few more. We've had to cancel a couple. But, last Monday night, kind of guys got it going. Had a little bone to pick with those lines, didn't you?
Yes, sir.
Yes. You had a couple of touchdown passes, I believe. Bradley, you had one of them. That was about a 30, 35-yarder to the end zone?
Yes, sir, it was.
How do you, talking about kind of really coming out of your own as a receiver here. I really enjoyed watching you progress up out there. So talk about kind of how you came to be. I mean, have you always been that tall?
No, sir. I just shot up like last year.
Just last year?
Yes, sir.
Well, you definitely run a good route, catch the ball pretty well. Easy target to throw to, huh?
He is.
He is right there. And hand it to Mason here. Mason caught the other one, and then you and Brooks did something like right after that. Now, I know there's a story behind that. Why don't y'all tell me about that?
It's just a handshake me and Brooks made up freshman year. And that was –
like just in case? y'all scored a touchdown sometime?
Just in case we ever did something like that. We
just scored, and I guess we just – I don't know.
We do it all the time.
We do it all the time.
Okay, well, it worked. It was good in the moment. So it was a nice little catch right there. Let's deal. Let's get with you, man. Jake, what's that? I played with your uncle. He was my center a long time ago.
Yeah, Daniel.
Yeah, and he wasn't much of a kicker, but how did you get into that role?
Just playing soccer my whole life.
Yeah.
And I was just familiar with the motions.
It's very kind of rare. I've been watching these freshman and JV games where, not a lot of times you don't see a lot of freshman JV kickers right there, and you've been kicking for a couple of years. So,
yes, sir.
You okay with all,
Yes, sir.
They say kickers are like the relief pitchers on baseball teams. You got any weird things that you do? Any superstitions or anything?
No, I'm not too superstitious. I just get up there and just do what I'm supposed to do.
So now Jalen, let's hand it off to Jalen. Jalen, tell me what you enjoy the most about playing for the Tigers here.
I just like playing for this big program. It's good. It's good to be a part of it because I wouldn't be where I'm at. I wouldn't be where I'm at for today if it wasn't for the coaching staff and Neville organization.
Yeah. So now your position, you are a linebacker. And maybe one of the favorite things you like to do as a football player?
Have fun.
Just have fun?
Have fun.
Hit people, try to stuff some holes. Isaac, man, I've been watching you play a lot over the past couple of years and really have developed just like I was telling Hanlon, into a heck of a receiver. You had a little injury earlier in the season. How's everything going? I know it looks like everything's going fine. You played an excellent game on Monday.
Yes, sir. Everything's been going good. Just got it fixed up, and I missed a couple of good bit of games, and now it's just great to be back. And I was really happy to finally be able to play because just being at practice and not being able to do anything, it sucked. But now, to just get one last game where I can get some reps and just went with it.
Now, let's talk about that, the practice deal. I know we have the Bills and the Browns and all that. A lot of you guys are playing some of the Scout D for some of these guys. So anybody want to talk to how that's been going, especially against some of these guys? You've got some D1 guys on both sides of the football.
Yeah, it's just a crazy experience when I'm on, I go on Scout O and then I look in front of me, it's like Lorenzo Dubos, and then stuff like that, and all these good guys, and we just we know our job and to give them a good look in practice. And not only that, it's getting us better going against guys like him, like me and Bradley go up against Zay Strouder and all those good DBs and stuff, and
and Elam and those guys.
All those guys.
It's excuse me, as sophomores, it makes you guys. I really truly believe it makes you guys better players. And especially even sophomore and juniors. The more you go against these guys, the better you are or more prepared you are when your name gets called on Friday nights. And that's nothing more evident than Brooks, man. You roll into the West Monroe game and Batteford goes down early with an injury, and then all of a sudden you go from hanging out right there to I got to go in. It's time to go.
Yes, sir.
And that preparation allowed you to succeed in that in a pretty big spotlight. Talk about going in and in that type of deal and kind of really a baptism by fire against the Rebels.
I was scared at first because you always hear West Monroe this and all that, and they're really good. And I just roll with my teammates. They did most of the work. I handed the ball off, ran the ball a little bit, but they blocked, they ran the ball. The defense played amazing.
Yeah.
And it was just a great game to be a part of.
Now, you got your first touchdown pass the other night.
Yes, sir.
Tell me about that. When you throw one up, a nice little, not really a fade, but just dropped one in right. Well, it was kind of a back corner fade to the back of the end zone. Pretty little pass. How that first one in a varsity game? What did that feel like?
It felt great. That was my first touchdown ever throwing. And I saw a 6'5" receiver on a 5'6" DB, and I just threw it up to him.
Well, that's pretty. You put it like that, it's pretty easy, man. That's it. You need more 6'5" receivers on 5'11" defensive backs, man. So, look, guys, appreciate all your hard work up to this point in the season. The season's obviously not over, but it's been a fun ride watching you guys on the JV deal, and looking forward to watching each of you progress and kind of really get going on the varsity level. So any final thoughts? Anybody got anything to say on the end? Y'all good? Jake? You good? You good? Hanlon?
Say something, Mason.
Here. Mason, anything? The junior spokesman? Y'all two juniors? Huh?
Shout out defense.
Shout out to the defense. Okay, there you go. You got to take care of that. Guys, really, like I said, congratulations on all the success up to this point, and looking forward to more on the football field at Bill Ruppel Stadium. Another round of applause for these young guys here at Melvyn. When we come back, we will have this week's Origin Bank's Players of the Game. Brett Batteford and Kendall January are going to join us here on Tiger Talk to talk about their seasons to this point and last week's game against Minden. So stay tuned right here to the Neville Tiger Network. We'll be right back.
Mama DeLuca's pizzas are custom made, fresh to order right in front of you. We offer 3 different sizes of pizza, 9, 12, or 14 inch. Mama DeLuca's pizza is prepared to your order. The pizza cooks in less than 3 minutes. We have 16 different toppings to choose from, 8 unique sauces to complete your pizza. In addition to pizzas, we offer to our customers boneless wings with your choice of a dipping sauce. Mama DeLuca's Pizza offers delicious garlic Parmesan breadstick, freshly made to order pasta bowls. We're Mama DeLuca's Pizza in the Subway on Lammy Lane, and we hope to see you soon.
Baton Rouge,
Shreveport,
New Orleans.
Attorneys from all over our state are flocking to our area to handle your injury case. I'm Chad Carter.
And I'm Kevin Alexander. We didn't come in from out of town to take your case.
If you've been injured, come see us at Parker Alexander. We live and work right here in Northeast Louisiana.
Remember, we don't get paid unless you get paid. So we're here to handle your case personally.
Let Tenori's on Louisville help you with your special gift needs, offering a wide variety of products to make any Tiger happy. Go visit Tenori's, located at 801 Louisville Avenue, or give them a call at 318-325-4100. That's Tenori's on Louisville. Come by Melvin's Restaurant before and after the game for the best burgers and ribeyes in town. Melvin's Restaurant are proud supporters of the Neville Tigers and are home to Tiger Talk with Jeff Tannehill every Wednesday night. Come by Melvin's Restaurant, located on 1128 Oliver Road in Monroe, or call them at 318-325-2055. That's Melvin's Restaurant in Monroe.
All right, we're back here live from Melvin's Restaurant as we are every Wednesday night. We go on there at 6:30. If you get here early, you can grab a seat and take care of Melvin and Diane and just thank them for hosting this each and every Wednesday night for Tiger Talk. Now, as you see, it's kind of the player special here at Tiger Talk tonight. Now I'm joined by Neville quarterback Brett Batteford and Kendall January. I mean, kind of a linebacker, DN. You kind of do a little bit of it all in the Tiger defense, don't you? All right, and so Brett, let's start with you, man. Number one, we just talked to Brooks right there, and you're a second-year starter for here. Your brother was a starter for the Tigers a few deals, and you get to your senior year. You had COVID last year, and man, things are going great. I mean, up to that point, you kind of go down with a little injury there against the Rebels. But tell me a little bit about that, and then the way you fought back in a heck of a game on your first game back off of that last Friday night.
Well, you know, when I got injured against West Monroe, it was very scary. I thought it felt a lot more serious than it actually was, thankfully. But you know, Brooks stepped up and he really handled business out there, like Coach Tannehill always says. And you know, we won the game. Obviously, that's great, and I was very happy that helped my injury out a lot. You know, sitting on the sidelines watching us whip the Rebels really gave me some peace of mind about my ankle. But you know, Coach Rash here really helped me rehab it, and Coach Herndon, we were working it that whole next week, and I didn't know if I was going to play against Franklin Parish, and that Friday morning, Coach Tannehill told me I'm a no-go. Yeah. But
extra week probably helped out to really fully heal.
It really did. And then the next week against Minden, I was super amped up to finally get back out there, and still wasn't quite 100%. It was a little gimpy. But my adrenaline started rushing, and it was fun to finally get back out there.
Well, a heck of a job. You ended up with close to 100 yards rushing, had a big 64-yard touchdown run, and breaking those. You know, we kind of gotten spoiled with AJ back there, breaking long runs all the time. And I look up and, you know, there you go, running one for 64. So I mean, a couple of touchdowns, getting back in that zone. You guys have really done a great job on the offensive side of the football, and much due to, you know, your leadership and everything out there. So congratulations thus far.
Thank you.
All right. So and Kendall, man, I'm telling you. You've been all over the place, running around. We had you on the highlights earlier. Had a nice sack. Really impressed with your play. Talk about, you know, maybe your progression into the player that you've become over the last couple of years.
Well, I'd like to thank Will Campbell and Lance Hurd for partnering with us every day and getting us better. And offense, of course, we go head-to-head every day at practice. Coach might have to break us up, you know, but it only makes us better. So.
Well, I mean, that's when you go against some of the best tackles in the country.
Yes, sir.
You know, and it's got to make you almost maybe relieved when you show up on Friday night and be like, man, at least I ain't got to go against this dude for the rest of the time. So do you think, but by going around there, does that help you maybe your technique a little bit on some of those big tackles?
Yes, sir. Will and Lance, they going to give us out there all every day at practice. We'll give them there all. So it just makes us better competing with each other every day at practice.
Well,
it makes it very easy.
You've definitely made it look easy a couple of times out there. A couple of sacks on the year, a few tackles for loss, and some pretty big hits. So what kind of gets you going, motivate you on that defensive side of the football?
I say Coach Collins, Coach Courtney, they really, get us the game, really help us out before the game, let us know what we need to do, execute. And the scout team, they show us what we got to do, help us out a lot.
Yeah, I know. My son's come home a couple of times and be like, man, I had to go against Kendall again. Keep giving it to him, okay? I mean, I don't let up on Mason right there. So, Brett, you come into this season, there's been some lofty goals on this group. I mean, you guys as seniors this year, y'all been together a few years. You got a few pieces kind of come add to that group. But, obviously getting into the season, you want to, number one, win district. But your goals maybe personally and team-wise for this year, how's that going?
Well, coming into this year, of seniors, we knew there were some heavy expectations on us. But during the summer, we just kind of said we got to relax and we just got to become the best team we can possibly be. And we know if we tap out on our potential and if we become as good as we know we can be, then the rest will take care of itself. We don't have to do anything extra. We don't have to, clearly the goal is to win state. That's the standard here at Neville. But we know if we just keep working hard, keep punching the clock every day, try to get better each day, and don't try not to plateau in the middle of the season or fall off, that's the goal right there.
Well, talk about Kendall. You get a bye week this week. How's practice going? What do you do practicing on a bye week?
Really, we just try to get each other better again. Going about it ones-on-ones. It's really a competition this week. Just iron sharpening iron, sharpening the sword. Same thing going on this week.
Trying to kind of keep everybody sharp. Team to truly prepare for, but getting you guys keep that fire going. I mean, it's in this district. You played. I mean, guys, you've played Washita, Ruston. I mean, you started with Ruston and then Washita, St. Thomas More, Gina, and then West Monroe, leading into district. I mean, it's a pretty big group of deal. Ruston's had a lot of success. Washita's coming on right here. St. Thomas More was one of the best teams in the state, and obviously until their quarterback kind of goes down, but they're still grinding it out down there. It's no slouches. Preparing you guys for the playoffs and to get through district play. I mean, what can you do? I mean, you see guys on tape. As you go through this district, when you should beat a team, you go through there. How do you keep that? You talked about iron sharpening iron. How do you keep that drive going against a team that might not be quite as talented as you guys?
I just say we just give it all we got. Just give them whatever. Lay it all on the line. Same thing. And just worry about the later. Just worry about later.
Yeah, just go play.
Yes, sir.
That's the key. Yes, so Brett, talk about some of your deals. And you mentioned going up against Herd and Will Campbell and the rest of those guys. But you got a couple more. You got Kane, Logan. Landon, and then Derek Harris has kind of come in as that. Brett, tell me the importance of that offensive line. Does that make it kind of easy for you back there sometimes?
Oh, it makes it very easy back there when you have Anthony Allen in the background and backfield, and then you got Will Campbell at left tackle and Zalen's Hurd at right tackle, and then Landon Sorrell at center, and then big guards at Kane and Smitty. I'm just like, oh, okay. I just got to give it to AJ, let them do their thing. They're going to open the holes. It's very easy, and it's very comforting to see that big wall back there when I'm trying to make a pass.
And you've got a couple of guys that have come into their own. Gibson has been one of your wideouts out there. was it Jackson and Menzina. These guys have been kind of your main three receivers, and really it seems like as the seasons progress, I know you had a good toss there, a couple of them in the Minden game, but it seems to be getting a little crisper, a little bit more rhythm, because you had a couple of new guys to come in and get used to going into this year.
Right. Well, these pretty much completely new receiving core from last year. Everyone pretty much graduated, except for Jayden. Yeah. I didn't get to throw to him that much last year, but we spent all summer trying to mold together and be the best possible group we could be. And, there's still rough patches. Obviously, you see it every week.
Yeah.
We're struggling sometimes, we're not on the same page. But as we try to make this playoff run, as we get deeper into the season, we're trying to buff out those scratches so where whenever they do call a pass play, it's automatic,
Well, Kendall, I want to ask you this. So when ones go on ones, who wins most of the time?
Oh, defense.
Defense? No.
We haven't lost one yet.
Hadn't lost one yet? You got anything to say about that, Brett?
Well, best defense in the state. Sometimes you're going to lose. No hard feelings about it. They'll give us a good look.
You're not going to give them one? No. All right. Well, we do that. That's been the history at Neville is just stout defenses. And you always have talent on both sides of the ball. But, that's kind of like what's built Bill Ruppel Stadium and a couple of these championships is built on the back of some nasty defenses, and you guys are no exception. And I think y'all getting better, and you're adding a few more pieces to that puzzle. Talk about some of those guys on the defensive side of the ball that you like watching play.
I love watching Henry Roberts play, and Anitra Sledge, Isaiah Brown. I just love playing on the same side as them. I know they're going to give me whatever they have on the other side with me.
Yeah, there's no let up in those guys.
Yes, sir.
A lot of good motors on that side of the ball,
Yes,
and
sir.
I'm sure that makes Brett happy every time y'all go ones-on-ones right
Yes,
there.
Sir.
So, hey, look, guys, congratulations on all the success up to this point. We're really looking forward to you guys finishing out the season and taking as far as you guys can take it. So I know that y'all aren't going to leave anything else out on that field.
Yes, sir.
So, all right, congratulations on this. Congratulations on being the Origin Bank Players of the Week.
Thank you.
All right. Nice round of applause here from the crew at Melvin's, and we always appreciate it. Folks, when we return, we will get Coach Tannehill back in the hot seat and talk about what he does on a bye week and maybe look a little bit more forward to next week's contest with the Bastrop Rams. All that and a whole lot more. Stay tuned here to Tiger Talk, live on the Neville Tiger Network.
Hey Neville Tiger Nation, this season if you find yourself feeling a little under the weather, visit Go Family Health on North 18th Street. They cover flu shots, sports physicals, sick visits, annual visits, or if nothing is wrong, they can do your regular checkup. Go Family Health has a happy staff, clean office, and they can take care of all your family's healthcare needs.
This is Tiffany Terra with Go Family Health. We love our Neville Tigers, and we want to thank all of Neville Nation for always supporting Go Family Health.
I'm Matt Dickerson, and I'm a satisfied 3B equipment rental customer. So I called Matt because we were trying to get our plots together for dove season. He brought this equipment out to us, dropped it off, unloaded it for us, and really made the whole process very easy. I know Matt does real well in the service department, and through some other rental experiences we've had with him. The tractor that he dropped off for us was in brand new condition. Everything was in good shape. It's good to know that you can count on equipment when he drops it off. I'd highly recommend Matt Bridges and 3B Outdoors for all your equipment rental needs.
Come by Melvin's Restaurant before and after the game for the best burgers and ribeyes in town. Melvin's Restaurant are proud supporters of the Neville Tigers and are home to Tiger Talk with Jeff Tannehill every Wednesday night. Come by Melvin's Restaurant, located on 1128 Oliver Road in Monroe, or call them at 318-325-2055. That's Melvin's Restaurant in Monroe.
All right, everybody, welcome back to the final segment here on Tiger Talk. And Coach Tannehill, we've gone through a lot of your guys here from freshmen all the way up.
Junior high last week,
yeah,
freshman
junior high
JV this
here,
week.
and I guess you could say the cupboard is pretty full in the pipeline up to the varsity Tigers.
Well, I'll tell you, for years and years we just keep coming along, and it's the tradition that they built back in the 50s, and it's continued all the way to 2021. Somebody sent me a text the other day about it was a top 10 deal from 1974, and it was basically the teams that are in there right now are the same ones that are still in there today, and all a lot of those are built on tradition, and of course every coach that's come through here has continued all that tradition, and the kids just keep coming, and we have great support from our Northsiders, and it's just a fun place to be at.
It is. It definitely is. And speaking of those freshmen and JV guys, we got some highlights for you. We didn't get to it with the segments here, and they just played a great game. This was from Ouachita. We've mentioned that you can go back and watch the full games on our YouTube page. But let's start off. We'll just start, Will, with this was a 22-yard touchdown run. Jalen Nichols has really come into his own as a little running back for the freshman.
It took a little while for these guys to get used to the high school, and they've really come along the last couple of weeks. It's a great block by our two tight ends there, the Eli Day and Watley.
Yeah,
did a great job of blocking there. Coach really started going some 12 personnel with two tight ends in the last 3 or 4 games, and they've had a really good run game out of that.
Here's another touchdown run. He had a couple of them, 40-yarder this time, and it seems like if he gets to the corner, not too many guys have
Same play. Good block right there by Watley. He stayed away from Holden, and Day hooked the end, and there he goes again. He does a really good job of getting to the edge out there, and of course it's good that those tight ends are being good blockers out there too. And the O-line's doing a good job too. Don't want to leave those out, but he got the edge because those two tight ends.
And here's another, speaking of, you talked about the offense. Let's go to the defense. Here's number 10 with a big hit on a Ouachita quarterback.
Oh, that's Fred Clark right here. Does a really good job of coming up.
Solid tackle.
Yeah. Put his face in his face, and that made a great play right there. Right at the goal line, saved a touchdown.
Another tackle for loss here by big man, number 75.
That's Jackson Parker, isn't it?
Yeah, I believe so.
Great play. He beats his man, rips right through him, and makes a great play in the backfield.
And then another one. This is a host of your freshmen, another sack.
Brown was his last name. Great job there. There's Brown again. He slows him down. I think that's Falk that makes a play there, and then they finish him off with Braddock. And I believe that.
Yeah, 10 was in there too. As well.
I couldn't see who else that was, but it's they had defense really ran to the football against Ouachita the other night. Really looked good.
One of your DBs here, Cam Riley, another upcoming talent right there. He comes in and
almost picks it off right there. Would have taken it to the house.
Nice closing speed there from
Cam and that secondary has just gotten better each week. You can just see them. And, of course, a lot of them work out with the varsity on Tuesdays and Wednesdays and get extra work in there too. So our secondary is, we've got all seniors right now, so these young guys are going to be stepping in there playing next year, along with those JV guys.
All right, finishing up these freshman highlights, here's Rhys Reichardt, I believe. This sack ends the game.
That's it. Rhys Reichardt. Yeah, that was the last play of the game.
Yeah.
Sure was. But, again, Brown's in there again. He's going to be a really good football player, and Anzalone Perkins does that.
Yeah.
Two good defensive tackles right there, young, and they're both big boys right there. And so, the future looks bright with those guys coming along.
Yeah, and like Coach Routon said, there's not much, haven't been any trouble or anything else. A good group. He's got.
The really good thing about this group is that they've got skill. They've got size. They've got some O linemen. They've got some D linemen. And so they've got the whole package there with a group. A lot of groups have some good linemen or some good skill, but they've got it's a big group, so they have a lot of kids. But they've got a combination of all of it. So that's why they've been really successful this fall.
It was good talking with those guys, and like we said, we got a few more years to watch those young men progress into Tiger football players and good young men throughout the Neville program. And speaking of some of those kind of coming out, we had a few sophomores and juniors from the JV squad, and Brooks Anzalone cutting his teeth. Like he said the other night. He said that was his first touchdown pass that he threw in any game. It was the other night in a varsity game. Yeah.
I don't realize that as we're going along. I thought maybe he threw one last year, and
we didn't play. Yeah, they didn't play JV.
Well, I mean, but in some fourth quarter action or something maybe. But didn't really. Brooks has come a long ways. He's learned how to be a leader on our team and step in and play when he's needed the most. And he's just grown a lot, matured a lot over the last year, and he's doing a really good job of JV quarterbacking and stepping in there on Fridays.
He's going to lead off the highlights there from that JV game.
Well, he came out hot the other night. Now he completed like 4 of our first 5 passes.
Didn't see who got that.
I think that's Diggy.
25 or 22.
Yeah, I'm trying to see that it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just couldn't.
That's Corey Hughes, 26.
Yeah, 26.
Corey Hughes caught that football, and he's done a really good job. We kind of moved him. He plays a little corner, plays some slot receiver too, and he's just started doing that, but he really does. He does do a good job catching the football.
Frank Mansfield had him a night the other night, and you talk about somebody that's coming along as a running back.
He's got really good speed, sees the hole, pops it outside right here. That's a great block by Leo Catchings right there. And I'm talking that's a kid that 6 weeks ago, we weren't sure if he was going to play offense, defense, or whatever, and now he's actually getting in there and making good blocks. And they've come a long way. Coach Johnson and Coach Cochran have done a great job with that JV O-line.
And speaking of that O-line, they broke this one open for Brooks as well, and as he has like a 29-yard touchdown run here.
Yeah, we got looks like our dog package. It's called. We had a busted route there, so he just tucks it and then runs right through their secondary and scores a touchdown.
Yeah, definitely a good little cut right there. And then here's 95. Wait a second. This is a 25-yard pass to Hanlon. This is Bradley's touchdown from the other night. This was a pretty play.
It was. Trying to see what play we ran there. It's all goes, and Hanlon just beats him, and it's a perfect play. Throws it to the outside right where he's supposed to throw it, and Hanlon, Hanlon's got great hands.
Yeah.
He's going to really be a good receiver for us in the future.
Definitely was. And then here's 95 coming in. This is a big hit.
Jayden Pritchard.
Yeah, on one of the return mans right here.
Yep.
And
he does a great job of running down the field, and if you'll watch on JV nights, there's always a big hit, and you look up and it's 95 smoking somebody, and he's not afraid of contact. When he really learns how to play defensive tackle and defensive end, he's going to be a heck of a player.
He definitely does. Here's Anzalone's second touchdown pass, third on the night. This one, you got Mason involved in this deal.
Yeah, this is a read play. We'll send a guy in motion to check if they're man or zone. And I know when Mason was sitting there in his stance and he saw that guy didn't move when we went in motion, he goes, "I'm getting the ball."
Yeah,
and I know. Yeah. I knew he knew he was getting the football there. So it's a great read on Anzalone's part, and it's a good job of getting open.
And then Anzalone at junior, and then John Michael Sampanero comes in and has a good game.
Yeah, Amon Fuller.
Amon Fuller came in,
so
played the third,
all
and Sampanero
played a really good
the fourth, and Sampanero, just by virtue of probably timing, runs in there. But he had a heck of a game. Here's a pass, I believe, to Hanlon to keep a drive alive.
Yeah, we're behind right now. He steps up, makes a good throw there. Bradley gets open and then gets up the field and gets the first down. I think it was 4th and 13 there.
Yeah.
So it's a good job of keeping his eyes down the field and making a good throw.
Another big run here by John Michael, kind of keeping this drive going here.
Yeah, we got a little roll out there, and then he tucks it and runs. He needs to tuck the football right here, but he does a good job of getting down there. He's just got to get out of bounds, and he finally does. And
then the final one is the 8-yard touchdown to win it for the Tigers.
Well, he sees there's no linebackers playing, and Leo's doing a good job blocking, so he takes it in, scores with. It's 31 seconds left in the football game. It's just a headsy play. He does a really good job of seeing the field and keeping his eyes downfield. And he's a gritty kid that really likes to play football, and he's going to be a good one here in the future.
All right, well, speaking of no game Friday night, but we did have some players of the week from last week. We saw Batteford and Kendall January were our Origin Bank players of the week for offense and defense. Let's talk about a couple of the other.
Our Bills and Browns.
Yeah.
Bills and Browns. Frank Mansfield had a great game Monday night and had a great week of practice last week. Really gave us a good look. You know, their tailback number 4 is a really good player, and he was number 4 most of the week. And then Keyshawn Heckett, he's one of our guys that's been in our program for 4 years and shows up and works hard every single day. And last week they had a pretty good defensive back, and he was that guy most of the week too. So, great job by these guys. These guys are team players, and can't ask for a better effort out of them during the week for sure.
Well, Coach, we've made it through another hour.
Whole hour. Killed an hour.
I got an hour here on Tiger Talk. Congratulations on the win last week. And looking forward to probably some well-deserved time off this Friday night.
Well, we'll get to spend a little time with the family, and all our other coaches will get to do that too. And it's been a good week of practice.
Yeah.
It really has. And I love practice. That's my favorite part of the whole deal. And the thing about our guys is they handled the out of school last week really well. Came out and played a good football game Friday night, and then they've handled this week tremendous, having an off week and just going against offense and the defense going against each other. And today was one of the best practices of the year. So can't be more proud of those guys. And we'll finish up tomorrow, and then school's out on Friday, and we'll come back and get to work on Bastrop on Monday.
Well, you said it right there. It's Bastrop week. Next week, they come to Bilderville Stadium next Friday night. So everybody that's come out tonight, we appreciate y'all coming out and joining us for Tiger Talk. Thanks to Melvyn and Diane McCoy and their staff for having us each and every Wednesday night. Jason Ewing and Brett Braddock coming out here to help set up here. Will Anders directing, just always a
traffic.
Great job. A lot of
directing traffic.
That's right. He's directing traffic. But thanks to everybody. Thanks to Coach Tannehill, Coach Routon, who came with us, and all the players that joined us here tonight. We really enjoyed talking with everybody. So for Coach Tannehill, I'm Stewart Shelby. We're going to say good night here from Melvin's. Thanks for watching Tiger Talk. We'll see you next Wednesday night.